The demonstration is to have them actually get up and look at them.
That's what we're gonna do.
While you're
Yes.
that
yes,
way,
yes,
it makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
My point is, though, that when we look at the picture and we hold it up
Yeah.
to the monitor, there's going to be a big difference. Generally, we have to compensate for what our eye sees on the monitor to the way it comes out on the paper. And I know that those of you who sat with me and go through this process, I've pointed it out to you, and I've try to make it, apparent so that you guys can all compensate. Our printer comes out a little red, a little darker than you see it on the monitor. But here's a good example, because this is the same picture, and even though it's black and white, you can see warm, neutral, and cool in the same thing. And I'm sure that Nuruddin goes through this process and makes these decisions along the way, which would look better for that picture, which would look better for this one. And when I talk to you, when we're just about ready to print, I always say, I'm not trying to change. I mean, your vision is very subjective, and I want you to hold on to your image. I will point out stuff, but you ultimately have to make the decision whether I want to go darker, whether I want to add more red or take out yellow, all those things. So this is a very simple example, but it illustrates, even in black and white, the differences you have to make when you go through your own decision-making process when you actually get to a print. This is stuff you're going to need to know, because everything you learn in the future is going to be built on what you're learning now. So it's important for you to jump in, whether it's Photoshop or a new software program for your business or work. The process is going to be similar, and you have to learn these steps, because if you don't, you'll be left behind, and that's a bad feeling. And that's the other thing about digital world that is different from the analog world that we came from, in that it doesn't cost you anything to make a mistake.
Yeah.
You can shoot 1,800 pictures and you're not paying for anything,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So the mistake factor is thrown out the window.
Yeah.
Do not be afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah.
In fact, I encourage mistakes, because that's how you learn. You may find something that's overexposed and go, oh, that's interesting that way. I never thought of it. So it's just a whole different world, and I keep saying that Photoshop is an initial step into an arena of learning, but it's going to apply to everything you'll do in the future, believe me. And I'm going to turn it over to Nuruddin, who's going to talk to you about his work and the work that he produces, and also his own art. Linda, do you have anything you want to add?
We've been talking a little bit before class, and I know you're going to have a wonderful time today. Nuruddin is an awesome expert photographer. He works in the darkroom all the time. He's got a great eye, and he's here to show you some of the tricks of his trade. I think you're really going to enjoy this lecture.
I wanted to just say how honored I really am to be here in front of you guys. It means the world to me to share my own experience, with you. If it can help you, I'll be very, very, very happy. And if it happens to be in photography, I can help you guys more than you can actually imagine. Because when I came to this country as a 17-year-old, no family, nobody around and everything, there were a lot of really good people here that helped me see the path. And I'd like to pay it forward, okay? And so if you have any questions, technically or otherwise, I'm here. I wanted to show you guys a set of prints that I made, and they're actually images that I put together on different types of papers, different types of looks, okay? I want you guys to take a look at that, and then once you're done, I want to show you the last project that I'm working on as a story that I'm doing on this little town called Chefchaouen in northern Morocco. So, and then I'm gonna also, if we have time, I could show you what happens to an image when you get it from the beginning and what can be done, artistically to it, okay? So have a good look around here, please.